Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to everyone's favourite show. It's Sunday Social, where we will be covering a range of topics, and those topics are on your screen, people. Is Matheus Cunha, in fact, actually injured? Are the stories surrounding Joao Gomez realistic, or is it just tabloid crap? Premier League shock, we're going to discuss some of the action, including Liverpool, of course, and Manchester City. And also, we'll chat about Man United's top four hopes towards the end, if anyone's changed their mind on that, as opposed to the predictions at the start. But we've got Shreyas and Sam alongside me, aside from the audio issues, lads, which I apologise about. And I've just looked to my left and my cat's scratching his arse along the rug again, which I appreciate. Is anyone else's cat scratching their arse along the rug, Sam? Yeah, I wish I could just pan my camera and see what I'm seeing right now. It's just looking at me whilst he's doing it. It's disgraceful behaviour, to be honest with you. Shreyas, have you got any pets? No, but you are a cat advocate, right? Right, okay. We won't be talking about cats today, but we'll try and find some puns in there. Let's talk about Matheus Cunha then, lads. A few different kind of reports coming in. So I got a message last night. And it was basically a screenshot of like Altrincham News or something, I think it was. I don't know if you've seen this as well, Sam, because obviously you do the news stuff. And basically saying that he didn't turn up to turn the lights off, or turn the lights on, should I say, because of some injury or something. I don't know. It's very blurred at the minute as to what it is. And Stephen Railsden kind of touched on this, said it's still unclear if Matheus Cunha will feature on Monday. Given the current circumstances, there's a possibility Kobbie Mainoo could be handed a start. You've got other people saying basically he just didn't want to turn on the Christmas lights with Chesney from Coronation Street, which I absolutely understand. I couldn't think of a weirder pair of people to put together, genuinely. It was very bizarre. But Sam, give us your take on all this Cunha drama.
Club was like, nah, we're not going to let him risk going to his lights thing with a head knock. So yeah, it's one of the two. Either way, is it that big of a news story? Like the bigger news story is if he doesn't play against Everton. Like if he don't play against Everton, that's a big fucking problem. Real big problem.
100%. They probably didn't catch the first kind of 10 seconds of that, Sam, just because the audio output thing was on a different thing, but I saw it now. It's just because the last thing that we did was in person. I did it with the Everton preview, so all the audio things and everything, but it's sorted now. Basically, it was like Ben Jacobs and Stephen Railsden.
Yeah, and they also had a head knock. That's what they said, but it's a minor injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, the worst part is if he doesn't play, or he's not even on the bench against Everton, that'll be a big issue.
Yeah, I suppose someone like Xerxes Shreyas maybe might be. I mean, he wouldn't do it in public, but he might look at it and think, "Oh, finally, maybe he has got a bit of an edge. Maybe I will get some minutes." Any hope of that at all? Do you think?
I think if Cunha is not around either, then we could probably see Xerxes getting some minutes, because I think if Cunha is fit, he's going to again go with that fluid front three with Mount being there and Mbeumo being there and Cunha being there, but if he's not, then I think there is, a good chance that we see Xerxes here, playing this game. But again, I can't bank on the fact that Xerxes would get minutes, just because the last time I saw Cunha injured and Sesko not being in the team as well, he played Ahmad and Mbeumo in the 10.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's going to, bring about this 11, and I don't know how much of a problem Cunha actually has, but I think it will be, it'll remain unclear till match day. I think, all we can do is speculate, but personally, I hope that, Cunha is available for that game, because I think against a team like Everton, I think Cunha can do a lot of damage, especially with the way he plays.
Mbeumo's played down the middle before, hasn't he, for Brentford?
Yes,
he's played as a striker, so he can fill in there, like if needed.
Just on that, do you have a preference, Sam? So if let's say Ruben Amorim comes to you, Sam, I need some advice, mate. Would you? I'm thinking about playing either Mount, Cunha, and Mbumo, or Ahmad on the left, Cunha through the middle, and Mbumo on the right. Which one would you lean more towards, and why?
I mean, if he's asking me for tactical advice, it's gone seriously tits up, hasn't it, at United? Like, Jesus Christ.
Get a midfielder. That would be your advice, wouldn't it?
Get DM, for fuck's sake. No, my personal preference, I would love to see Xerxes, Mount, and Mbumo. I'd like to see that front three. I think that would be my favoured one. Mainly because because Ahmad is good in the 10. Like, I do think he's good on that right-hand side, but I just think if you take him out of that right-hand foot wing-back position, you're going to have to play Dallo, aren't you? Like, that is the issue. I suppose you could play Mazraoui. I'm not sure what his fitness is like at the minute. I know there was some sort of news and stuff like he might have a couple of knocks, but I don't know what his fitness is like. But yeah, I like that. Don't break what isn't broken. Do you know what I mean? Like, in Mbumo, Ahmad is working. Like, that right-hand side is working. So let's keep that together if we can. Slot Xerxes in. He is a striker. He is a number 9. Like, can play there. And I think he'd work well with Mount, who'll do a lot of running for him, who's good at one touch and give and go and stuff like that, which is Xerxes' game as well. So yeah, I think that'd be a really good front three in my opinion.
I mean, it's fluid anyway, really, and it Shreyas, when you look at the three, they do move about. What game was it that Mbumo played on the left? I can't remember. It was recently, right? Was it Tottenham?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sure it was
Tottenham. I think
Tottenham.
it was Tottenham, yeah.
Yeah, on the left-hand side, because obviously he got into the box, didn't he, for the cross from Ahmad.
Yeah.
So he was playing quite central as it is anyway. So, I suppose we're quite lucky in that realm that we've got enough attacking players, whereas we'd rather it... I don't want Cunha to be out, but you'd rather it be him than someone like Casemiro in it, for example.
Yeah, because at least, you've got people to at least come into his position and be quality. Because when the moment you take Casemiro out, you've not got any quality options in there. And if Cunha is out, I still, have enough faith now in Mason Mount that, if he's playing, he can do a, very good job in that, number 10 position, because not just, stats, but besides that as well, the way he presses, the way he is able to coordinate with other players, in that attacking third, and, the way he boxes out that midfield every single time we get counter pressured. I think he's been very key for us in a lot of these games. So I think Mount can do a good job there. I think Xerxes can do a good job there. You've got players, who you can try out in those areas without it being, without it completely falling apart. But when you look at
the quality drop, is there? The quality drop is not there. It's not like last year where it's Rashford, Højlund, and Garnacho, and you're like, if anybody comes out of that, we're fucked. Basically, like there's nobody. We're playing Bruno at top in a number 9 position, like.
But when you look at that midfield, the moment you pick Casemiro out or the moment you pick Bruno out, you've just got no one at all who can come in and even keep us steady for like 30, 40 minutes in a game.
Yeah, I'm fascinated to see who's going to go with for the Everton game, and we'll talk about that as well towards the end and get kind of your predictions on that as well. We're going to stick with Brazilians and former teammates. Joao Gomez, Sam. Bit of transfer news. We've spoke about this back and forth in the WhatsApp chat. I think we all know our kind of collective thoughts on it. But according to Travella, Manchester United are now in advanced negotiations with Wolves over the January signing of Joao Gomez in a deal expected to be a total of £44 million. Talks between the two clubs have progressed significantly in recent days. Thoughts on that, and then we'll dive into the details.
Too big of a price for me, personally. 44 million. I think it's far too big of a price for a player of that. I'm not saying he's a shit player. I like what he does. He's very good ball carrier. He's good defending on the back foot. He's strong. He's quick for the position that he plays. His distribution is not bad. It's not Casemiro level. Like it's definitely not, but it's not bad. I think he's a good squad depth player to have. Say Wolves go down in the summer, which at the minute is looking quite likely because I think they're like 8 points off the next person and bottom of the table.
Lost the first game as well, then with the manager bounce. So. Yeah,
so it's not looking great for them. And they lost Cunha, they lost Aït-Nouri. I'm sure they lost somebody else as well.
Aït-Nouri hasn't played that much though, has he? Has he been injured?
He's injured.
He got injured, yeah. got injured.
Yeah, interesting.
They've lost a few players and they've not replaced them well enough. So if in the summer they went down and say he's available for 20, 25 million, I think he's a good squad depth option to have. I think he's a good Ugarte replacement. Sell Ugarte, get him in. I think he does all the stuff that we wanted Ugarte to do, and he's not doing. And he's good to shut up shop on a game and close something out and make sure you get control of that midfield. But 44 million in January, if you spend that 44 million, does that then take money out of the potential two key midfielders you're going to sign in the summer, whether that's Baleba, Anderson, Wharton, whoever? Does that take money out of there then? So I think none of us are expecting us to challenge for anything this year, are we? If we get Europe, then great. I don't think he's essential, but if we can get it for a cut price in the summer, yeah, why not?
I'd love to get everyone else's thoughts on this, by the way. If you are just joining us, Daryl, James, T2 in the chat as well. Leave a like on the video for us and subscribe, and I'll get into your comments shortly. From a business point of view, Shreyas, does this make sense? Because I was thinking, Sam kind of mentioned it there a little bit. Surely you can just wait until the end of the season, right, and get him at a lower price. Because if you're going to pay, whilst they're fighting relegation, they're going to charge a premium. They're not going to want to let a player like that go because he is one of their better players. And then two, if they do go down when you get to the summer, surely you can chuck 30 million and he'll push for a move from the Championship to someone like Man United.
Yeah, first off, I thought, when Sam mentioned we aren't challenging for anything, I thought we were discussing winning the league when the team started.
Hey, that's at the end, mate. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about
that. Yeah, besides that, I think 44 million is too much of a price because, again, he's not a terrible player. I think he's definitely got some very good attributes and he can definitely, help us out a lot when it comes to squad depth and, starting the odd games as well. He can definitely progress a lot. You've got someone like Casemiro who can, have that Brazilian connection with him to sort of mentor him into that, into that role. But I don't think he has had the sort of impact Cunha had at Wolves last year that could justify a price tag of, we paid around 60, 65 mil for Cunha, but that price tag was, justified because of the way he played. He was that marquee player. He was the one he basically got them out of relegation last year. But when I look at Joao Gomez, I think he's a good player, but he is definitely not worth around 40, 45 million. And I think if you definitely, if you wait out till the summer, even if Wolves stay up, I don't think that they're going to get 40, 45 million for him. And considering how strapped for cash we are, maybe we could look at someone better. If United definitely have got around 45, 50 million to spend, why not look at some other player who can come in and probably have a greater impact than what Joao Gomez would have? Then you move into the summer, maybe the market is even better for you. Considering the type of profile of midfielder you want, maybe you see someone even better for even cheaper. So
just on squad depth as well, Shreyas. Do you remember when Arsenal, almost Thomas Partey, horrible scumbag of human being, but he was injured quite a lot. So what did Arsenal do? They went and got Jorginho for did he get signed on a free or 10 million?
Yeah,
10 million. 10 million.
And he came in and he did well. He didn't play that much, but he came in and he did a job and he did well. When he played for him, that could be what we bring in Joao Gomez in. Go somewhere 20 million. He comes in, we sell Ugarte in. He's a good squad depth player, but then we buy Wharton, Baleba, whoever, Anderson, whoever you're thinking, and he's a good squad depth player because we're going to lose Casemiro most likely because I don't think he's going to sign a new deal. Ugarte might go, Bruno might go, Cobby might not be here.
Yeah,
who knows what happens with Toby Collier? So you might need more than two midfielders. You might need three.
We might be in a spot where you might be in a spot where you lose 5 midfielders.
Yeah,
in a single go, and if you don't replace them well enough, because I think right now Bruno and Casemiro are working really well. I think genuinely, the way they both are going, I am a bit shocked considering, with the way the season started, that these two will be the people who can actually make the system work. But that those two positions are very key. And if you get even one, if you get one good player in and the other player is not able to function in it, this entire system completely falls apart. So you need to be very careful as to who you bring in to replace these guys, considering all of these guys actually are shipped off.
I like Joao Gomez. I think he's exactly what we need. Someone who's really aggressive, good tackler, breaks up play, great stamina, work rate. All those boxes are ticked, right? I do like him. I just think you get more value for money. Like I watch, and if you do your scouting right, I think you can get it better. I watched Chelsea and Burnley yesterday, and they left Moises Caicedo out, and they brought Andre Santos.
Player. Really good player.
Very good player.
Brazilian midfielder
Yeah.
as well in a similar role, and they paid, I think it was 15 million quid for him or something like that. I think you can go out in Europe or South America and pick up a player like that.
Steeler is release clause 35
Still
million.
35 million, yeah.
I think Ruben Neves is at the end of his contract in Saudi.
I would pick
20 million
on the top of that pecking order when you look at Ruben Neves, because the way you want people to float the ball out like this, Ruben Neves has got that really naturally in his ability.
The only issue I have with Ruben Neves is I think sometimes when a player goes, like, let's say this, I know people claim the Saudi league's, incredible and all this kind of stuff, right? Which I'm pretty sure they're probably getting paid to say, especially Ronaldo.
It's not the level, is it?
It's not the level. And when they go there and they're there, I think Neves has been there a good 3 years, right? Something like 3-4 years minimum. It almost like becomes that level where do you know what I mean? Like
it takes you time to get, again.
Yeah, coming back to the Premier League, and I won't be so sure on that. I don't think that's nailed on. If it was straight from Wolves, I'd be more inclined to say, put him in the team because I do rate him.
He has done it in the Premier League, though, so it's not like he can't do it. Like, he's not played here before, so he has done it before. So like Shreyas said, maybe it just takes like a few months to get up to speed.
And it's not that bad of a gamble for 20 mil. I would say not
he's
that
27. Like, he's in his prime right now. He's 27, so it's not like he's over the hill. Like, he's in his prime right now.
Yeah, it's interesting when they're quite early, like 24 years old to Saudi, which is very interesting. But let's see what the lads are saying, ladies and lads in the chat. Leeds and Villa 1-1. Oh, Villa must have equalised then because it was 1-0, I think, in the first half.
Who scored?
I think we need to keep Ahmad and Mbumo linking up on the right. That's from T2. Yeah. James McGregor saying, yes, it's gaining traction and getting better, so utilise it. I think that's in regards to Joao Gomez. And Adam Partridge saying, big up, lads. Hope you're well. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Yeah, keep getting your thoughts in on Joao Gomez and the midfield situation in general. Someone mentioned a Premier League result there, and we're going to dive into the Premier League games, lads, because I just think this weekend so far has been fascinating, and I'm sure... There's going to be some more twists and turns. You've got the North London derby today, and you had all the results yesterday. So guess where we're going to start, lads? Where do you think we're going to start?
Sunderland? Fulham?
No, it's not Sunderland and Fulham. Let's start with Liverpool. What the fuck and what on earth is going on there? Did you just watch the game first and foremost, or did you just see the
I couldn't keep my eyes off it. I was just glued.
So it's not just me hate watching then. I'm sat there. I swear to God, if there was Sky Go in my room, right, this is me watching Liverpool just like that. I'm loving it. Like this. It's like it's not as bad as us last season, but you know, like when we was in the rut and every corner you get to, it's bad. But don't forget, we was in the bottom half. We was talking about relegation.
What are they? Is 8 games, seven losses.
Yeah, 7 losses in the last 8 games is mad. It is
especially
crazy.
coming from winning the league
and spending 400 million in the summer.
Yeah. What did Slot say after the game? Can you pick up on that?
The weather was the problem. Let me find I'm going to find the quote actually because fucking hell, that was a quote and a half.
I thought that can't be real, surely.
Oh no, it's real. I watched the interview. I watched the interview.
Oh, he actually said it. You've watched it?
I watched the interview.
Sounds like Ty from AFTV, innit? When he's like fucking. Well, it was raining.
Dick Klopp say it as well.
Yeah. Klopp blamed the grass at one point.
The grass.
Mate, you're in the north of England, mate. What the fuck do you expect? Like this,
not living on the coast of Spain, like just fucking.
I don't know if you saw the Bournemouth and West Ham game as well yesterday. The weather there, that was
torrential.
It was fucking horrific.
I think maybe today wasn't a good day to play with the weather, but we can't use that as an excuse.
So why have you said it then? Yeah.
You just did.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's not the weather. I can name double figures the amount of things. I think the squad is completely imbalanced. I think Isaac not having a preseason is definitely part of it because he just doesn't look up to the races at all. And the dynamic
the best players have fallen off, haven't they? Like Salah,
Van Dijk has been terrible as well.
Kanate has been all over the place.
Oh,
McAllister has been all over the place as well.
Salah, like even Gravenberch doesn't look at it either. No, he was key for them last year, and he doesn't look at it. I think Szoboszlai is the only one I look at and go, he's actually trying and like working well. Everybody else just looks shite. They look awful.
T2 said that the Jota situation is tragic, but it's not to blame for Kirkes looking like a competition winner. Or there were the bad signings in the summer. I'm surprised. We speak about Kirkes quite a bit, won't we? You know, when we were discussing people to bring in for a wing back, and I still think he'd be very good as a wing back. To be fair.
He will be. Yeah,
but they're playing him as a fullback.
Yeah, fullback, inverting like into midfield, and he's
it's not his
like,
game. That's not what.
Where's Frimpong
think...
as well? Where the fuck is Frimpong?
He injured. Frimpong's injured.
Hey,
like Kirkes, his whole game at Bournemouth was bombing down the wings, getting forward, getting crosses and attacking. And you play him as a fullback, and you're wondering why he's getting exposed. Like
they want him to absorb pressure, and that's not the sort of player that he is.
Not good at it.
I actually think the best player has been Szoboszlai. I think Szoboszlai has been fucking unreal for him. Alisson comes back in net last night. They shipped 3 goals to Forest. Like, and even the goals that they scored, you watch it, you're like, oh mate, they've got no chance of the title. If Arsenal win today against Tottenham, the title's done in my mind.
They're done with the title. Like, they ain't getting near it.
They are not getting anywhere near it.
We'll get onto City in a minute, but like at this point, in my eyes, it's Arsenal's to lose. Like, unless Arsenal cock up at some point, it's theirs to lose at this point.
A genuine question: is there more chance of United? Do you think United will finish higher than Liverpool?
If it keeps going this way, it's definitely possible, isn't it? Like, you assume Liverpool have got to get it back on track at some point. They can't go. They could. I hope they do.
It can.
I fucking hope they do, because if they do, I'm going to be celebrating like it's a league win.
Yeah.
But you'd think they're going to correct it, whether there's slots there or not, or somebody else comes in. I don't know. You'd assume they correct the fall at some point. But yeah, if United keep going up, which we seem to be on a steady incline, but it could well happen. I mean, we're above them right now. It's over 10 games in, and we're above them.
Yeah, I don't know the specific league position. I'll get it up now, Shreyas, but I'm pretty sure we were 10th. Obviously, we've still got a game in hand. We're usually good against Everton, and I'm using the word usually
we need
very,
Anthony
very
Martial.
strong.
He always scores a shit ton of games.
Yeah.
That's who we need.
18 points. We go up to 21 if we win. Liverpool in 11th on 18. So we only go 3 points ahead of him, which is just like, it's this table this year. I definitely want to talk about the actual. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's 4 points between like 3rd and 14th or something. Like, it's mad, isn't it?
Newcastle are on 15 points at the minute, and I think Crystal Palace are on 20 in 4th.
They're 5 points.
Yeah, 5 point gap.
5 points.
Between
like 2
10
wins.
Places,
Two wins, then you go from relegation to top 4.
Crazy. And then we get another kind of spin, Shreyas, with the Man City game as well. I just feel like if Haaland doesn't score in a game, they don't win.
Yeah,
I think it's simple as that.
I just think they've not got enough in their attack. Like, genuinely, I don't think they've got enough in their attack to, pose that much of an issue. I think
they spent enough.
Yeah, they spent enough, but I don't think they've spent it wisely. Like, Haaland is the only one who's getting the goals from them. Foden, I think, has been a lot better this year in comparison to last season, but he's still not there at the mark at which, people actually expected him to be. And, Savinho has been hit and miss. The other players that they've got, chipping in and out into the team in that left-hand area, even in the number 10 positions as well. So I think Reinders has definitely not hit it off either. I think there's still a lot of work to be done there in the midfield. So I think overall, the way City are able to get wins is, if you're able to get Haaland through at the right times. If you were able to do that, you're able to get results. The moment Haaland gets completely isolated, they've got actually nothing to do.
Do you know what? A massive part of it is for me as well, that when you play a game at St James's Park, and I always say it with United, like, it must be a nightmare to play there because the fans are down your neck constantly. The way Newcastle play as well, they press like so quickly and so high up the pitch. And then when you have the ball, you watch them drop into this like really compact, low 4-5-1 and just fucking shit out of it with like Joe Linton and players like that.
The amount of chances that both teams had.
Yeah,
like there was Voltemada, I think, missed 3 chances.
I was big chances as well.
He should have put one or two.
Which I'm happy
away.
about, by the way, because I took him out my FPL team as well. So
same. I benched him. I benched him as well. So he should have scored 3. Haaland had a good couple of chances. I think Shekri had a chance. Like there was loads of chances that they could have put some away, but just didn't finish. Didn't put the finish in.
Mad. There's one of the. I feel like we say it every year, but it has genuinely felt like one of the craziest leagues so far. The way
this one has definitely been like way more
free for all,
than last year.
It's genuinely been a free for all. Everyone had Brentford written off as well. Brentford have played pretty well. They've done pretty.
Sunderland are in the top 4 consistently.
Sunderland.
I know they lost to Fulham, but
Sunderland are the only team to take it to Arsenal and like stop them.
Yeah.
Like I know they didn't beat them, but like they equalised and got a draw out of them. Nobody else has been able to do that, which is mad.
2 teams that we've got coming up, lads, played yesterday. I touched on it before. Bournemouth and West Ham, 2-2. Really, really good game. Yeah. And the reason why I watched it back is because obviously we've got them coming up and I want to kind of scout where the weaknesses are and where the strengths are. But that's another one. Nuno's come in. Obviously, West Ham were completely written off basically to go down.
Awful.
Now he's picked up a couple of wins, from like a decent draw against Bournemouth away from home. Bournemouth were tipped for Europe. Bournemouth had a bit of a shake recently. I know Semenyo was out. I know Justin Kluivert was out as well. So you look at them games, you're like, is it possible finally to get rid of the bogeyman in Bournemouth, Sam?
Bournemouth, I hate playing Bournemouth because it just seems like we never are able to do anything, are we? I know we did it. Was it pre-season we beat them, didn't we?
We swept them 4-1 something.
Yeah, so... But
I mean, it was like, we'll take that.
It's pre-season, but yeah. So I always, like, whether it's at home or away, we absolutely shit the bed against Bournemouth. I don't know why. I really don't. It just seems to be a thing. We've got the Brighton monkey off our back. We've got rid of that, so it's nice to have. So hope if we get Bournemouth as well, like that'd be nice. West Ham. Anytime we play West Ham, it's a boring fucking game, innit? It's always dull as fucking dishwater. Like
that Ten Hag was the worst one, wasn't it? I think.
It's like 1-0 or 0-0 or something like that. It's just always awful. There was you remember the David De Gea, when it rolled underneath him and stuff. Do you remember that one? West Ham.
Yeah, Ben Rama that was, wasn't it? Who scored?
Yeah, it's a really bad game, and I think Nuno is a very, very good manager. I wish they would have kept Graham Potter for a bit because I think, we'll beat these guys. But,
at least he's defensively sound, isn't it, Nuno? Yeah. Like he'll get a tune out of him in those regards.
But those are tough teams. Like them, West Ham. I expect we should beat them.
We should beat them. Yeah,
we should beat them. Bournemouth and Palace are the 2 ones that I look at and I go, we always have problems with both of these teams. We always have an issue. So if we can get wins there, then fantastic. But they're the 2 that make me worry a little bit.
Yeah, within that next 5 as well, Shreyas, you've got Wolves, you've got a new manager, Rob Edwards. A lot obviously was made of that whole situation going down, saying he's left Middlesbrough in like halfway through or whatever. Not halfway through, but like he was doing well with them, and he's just fucked him off basically for Wolves. And there was a lot of people who was annoyed with that.
It's his
kind of
dream
situation.
job, though, wasn't it? He's a Wolves fan. So he said like he wouldn't have left if it was anybody except Wolves. So,
but they just don't seem like. I know we was talking about Joao Gomez being a good player there, but they don't seem to have any quality at all, do they, Wolves?
Strand Larsen. Newcastle bid like 50 million for it?
Yeah, before Voltamada, it was one.
So, maybe he's one that you think he's a decent player. But apart from that, I've not got much about him.
Is that a nailed-on win in your mind, Shreyas, the Wolves game? Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, because they just don't seem, whenever Wolves are on the field, they just don't look like they've got an idea as to what to do against opposition teams. And every single team has been able to get the better of them. And they've got a couple of players for sure, but overall, defensively, they look very bad. Like, honestly, they look very, very bad, constantly making mistakes. And, that is why I think if you, put someone like, Mason Mount in their team, in that team against Wolves, with the way he presses every single time, I think they'll make a whole lot more mistakes. And when you've got players like Mbumo there or Ahmad there, you've got players who can make the most of those opportunities. So I think Wolves needs to be a definite win for us. Like, you cannot afford to even, draw that game.
That leads me on to talk about our position in the league, Sam, and how fragile the league is. If we lose, we go level on points with 13th place Everton. They'll go level with us. If we win, we can go as high as the top 4, depending what happens in today's games as well. Do you think we can build that run of thought? Have you seen enough in the past 5 games to go, I trust them to go get the job done in these next 5?
Not in all 5 games. I think there will be some hiccups for sure. Just because the last couple of games, yeah, we are unbeaten, but we've not managed to win games that we should have won. Like we should have won that Forest game, if not for what was it, like 2 minutes of absolute madness in the beginning of the second half where we just chucked it. Did we hit the bar as well towards the end or something? Or cleared off the line? I can't remember. Something happened, didn't it? Where we
Forest. I'm mad, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that should have been a win. And then obviously, what was the game after that where we drew as well? Tottenham should have won that game as well. So just imagine if we got those 2 wins, where we'd be sitting now in the table. Like you'd be
breathing down Arsenal's
neck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be quite nice. So I think if we could turn some of these like draws like that into wins, I think we could be in a really good position. I just don't want to see too many draws because whilst it's an improvement, like we're not losing games, we're conceding far too many goals. I think we're like the number 1 for like goals conceded in the second half, but we're record
just
for
on
goals
that
scored in the first half. Yeah,
I'll read out for you.
Yeah.
So no Premier League club has scored more goals in the first half than Man United, 11. No Premier League club has conceded more goals in the second half than Man United, 14.
We are.
Tells the story, doesn't it?
We're back to first half FC, aren't we? Like under Ollie, we were second half FC, and now we're first half FC. So if we can play well for 90 minutes, I think we can win again. We can win most teams. It's just we seem to have a moment in the second half where shit goes out the window and we just can't seem to get our foot on it. So we need to do that against Everton, because if you give the likes of like an Endai or James Garner and Grealish any time or any opportunity, they're going to punish you. So yeah, you need to be 100% on it.
Yeah, if that striker, whoever they've got, if he's starting, that new player,
Barry,
I think then we are sorted, because they're not scoring anything with that striker. But I think besides that as well, with the stat that just got mentioned, I think the major reason we concede so many goals in this second half is because Casemiro goes off. I think the moment Casemiro goes off, we become so much more vulnerable every single time Ugarte comes on. So I think if we can be in a situation where you've got a good cushion when Casemiro goes off, like you've got like a 2-goal cushion and you just need to see the game out, I think that's when you've got a better shot of getting a win. The game against Forest, for example, or Spurs, for example, we've only had 1-goal leads, and the moment Casemiro goes off, you've got a big issue on your hand, because even opposition teams know that Casemiro cannot play an entire 90-minute game. The moment he goes off, you put out fresh legs, you start attacking them, they are a lot more vulnerable and they are going to concede. And this is what happened against Spurs, and it's the same thing that happened against Forest.
Yeah. So to wrap the show, lads, and again, I'll leave this for the chat, whether you're watching live or watching later on. Sam, in order for Man United to achieve European football, we have to do ...
We've got to beat the teams that we were expected to beat, because that's something we struggled with last season. So the likes of Everton, the likes of West Ham, the likes of Palace and stuff like that. We need to beat those teams, because we seem to do really well against the top teams. City, Liverpool, Arsenal. We seem to do all right and play well. It's we drop points at the teams that we should be beating, especially at home. Like at home, you should be beating those teams. So if we can do that for the majority of the season, we should be in European qualification. If we don't do that, then yeah, you know where it's going.
Do we need to do some business in January as well, do you think, Shreyas, to get it over the line?
I think we definitely need to do some business in January, especially, and in that midfield. I think if you need to make a stopgap signing, make a loan deal or something. At least get someone in who can see games out for you, because I don't think that, you can carry on into the season with just Casemiro and Bruno. You'll need someone else. And if the answer is not Kobe Mainoo, you need to get someone, because if this persists, it's going to be difficult for us to, maintain that sort of gap in that top 4 or top 5 race. And it is going to cost you, because I still know that there will be a whole lot of business that other teams are going to be doing in, the January window. I know Man City are going to make signings for sure.
How much did they spend? They spent 150 million last January, City?
Yeah,
200 million?
and 200 million last time around, even in the summer window they invested. So I'm sure, they're going to do something again in this window. Liverpool are strongly linked with Semenyo as well. Maybe they do another deal. in this window as well. So
He's got that release clause, hasn't he? First
Yeah.
few weeks, 65 million in the open
I'd look
window.
at Gay as well as a potential. They might end
Exactly.
up pulling the trigger on that one,
Yeah.
even if it cost them money.
Nick, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Does Kobe Mainu leave on loan in January?
yeah,
No.
considering we signed someone else.
I don't see it. I don't think they'll let him leave at all. I think
about-
they'll
what
use
about
the FA
Xerxes?
Cup as an excuse. Xerxes more likely, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, the way that they look at it as squad management, I think they'll look at it as like, right, we've got 2 strikers. We've got Cunha and Mount who could play there. We've got Mbumo and Ahmad who could fill in there, or Bruno, and they'll look at it like that. I think they'll state, right, if we let Xerxes go now, Shesko picks up another injury.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how they look at it logistically, even though it's not playing out like that on the pitch and Xerxes not getting minutes. But I think Xerxes is probably more likely to go out on loan, if anything, to the Italian league as well, where no doubt you guys know he'll probably end up fucking doing well again, innit?
We'll get Twitter updates every single weekend. Oh, Xerxes scores another goal. Like, no,
Yeah.
when they were doing when Hoyland scored a couple of goals, and United let him go, and now he hasn't scored. They've shut
Yeah,
off
yeah.
haven't they?
Yeah, that's the one, mate. So, let us know. T2 saying we need another DM to get UCL. Cass can't play 90 and Ugarte is a pony. Ugarte, I don't know what the fuck's going on with him at the minute. I just can't see him getting back into the team at all. I think it's been a fucking nightmare for him. But
Well, there was that Laurie Whitwell report, wasn't he? Like, when he bollocked Garnacho, he bollocked Ugarte, didn't he, as well, in front of everybody, saying, you're not the player I had at Sporting. Like, you've let your levels drop. So
it's interesting, isn't it? And just to end the show as well, Villa have scored, which means I've won 50 quid. So what a lovely Sunday. Morgan Rogers twice, but Leeds.
Wow.
So I was just looking at it then as I was like thinking, it went 2-1. Morgan Rogers scored. I went to cash out at 50 quid. And then it came up, Leeds had just equalised within a minute straight after. So I was like, what the fuck? So then I was just watching it here whilst on SofaScore, and it's gone back down to 2-1. So it must have been like a VAR decision or, I don't know what's going on. But if Leeds are losing, then, you know, happy days in it, lads.
I bet Anton Stack is not playing. I bet that's why.
Yeah, he got taken off in the 23rd minute when they were leaving.
There you go.
Used to should be his PR agents. Anyway,
You know what? Like, the amount of midfielders me and Shreyas have recommended United to buy, and they've all turned out to be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And nobody's bought them. Like, what are we doing? Buy someone, please.
madness. Right, we'll leave it at that, people. Before we lose our minds, please do leave a like on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel. Check us out on socials, and we will be live tomorrow night, pre-match and post-match. Yep.
There is an interview. I need to talk to you about this off camera, Nick. I've just got a message through.
Yeah, man.
We're recording an interview with someone tomorrow, so keep your eye out for that. We'll probably drop it Tuesday because there's so much going on with the match and stuff like that. But yeah, there's an interview being recorded tomorrow, so yeah, keep your eye out.
Sweet. All right, appreciate you, Shreyas. Appreciate you, Sam. We'll see you guys in the next one. See you in a bit.